Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I just did a audio that I put on Patreon, and it's called "Why Women Don't Want to Be Comfortable in Relationships." Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a clip of it here. But if you want to listen to the whole thing, you gotta click that link below and go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So you can, hear the entire thing, and just make sure you guys get up on this Patreon, man, because I'm putting a lot of exclusive stuff on there. I got the Bad Boy Show on there with me and Miles Cunningham, and also I have some exclusive Bad Boy membership programs on there now too. So there's a few Bad Boy membership programs that I'm going to be periodically putting up on there. So if you want all the Bad Boy membership programs, you definitely got to go to badboymembership.com. But I'm taking a few of them and putting them on the Patreon, okay? But make sure you guys click that link below to join the Patreon, all right? Check this out. Why women don't want to be comfortable in relationships, okay? Why they actually don't want to be comfortable in relationships. I know it might sound crazy, like, what are you talking about, right? Because on the surface, you'll hear women say, hey, I want to, have a boyfriend, have a husband, have a good relationship, have some kids, whatever it is, right? But the interesting part about all of this is that women actually don't want to be comfortable. So what do I mean by comfortable, though? What I'm saying is that women actually don't like to sort of be content in their relationships. You understand? They don't like for things to sort of feel like everything is okay at all times. They don't like it. You understand? They like a little bit of worry. They like a little bit of tension. They like a little bit of, fear in their situation. Now, some of this is subconscious. You understand? Some of this is subconscious. So, some women on the surface may say they want, a comfortable situation, but they actually don't. It's kind of like almost, you could say it's similar to where you hear women say, I want a nice guy, and then they get with the bad boys. You see what I'm saying? So you're like, what the hell, right? So the thing is this, I want to talk about, like, why women don't want to be comfortable in these relationships. And also, I'm going to talk about some other things that's going to help you navigate when you are, dealing with these women, right? So the thing is this. The women, they don't want to be comfortable. And what happens is that she has to have a fear somewhat that she's going to lose you. That's where a lot of the uncomfortability comes in. You understand? That's like the basis of where her uncomfortability comes from. It's that fear that she's going to lose you. You understand? Now, the interesting part about that is that fear of losing you is what makes her more attracted to you, is what makes her want to stay with you. Because she has that fear. She doesn't want you to go, right? But she has that fear of losing you because she's uncomfortable. And she's uncomfortable because there are certain situations that's going on in the relationship that don't make her feel content. Now, I want to stop here to say that, and I'm going to explain this later too, but I want to stop here first to say this because I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to be teaching you like how to make a chick uncomfortable. No, that's not. I'm not going to be sitting here teaching you how to manipulate chicks like that. You understand what I'm saying? What you have to understand about this whole thing is her uncomfortability has to sort of be a natural response to your authenticity when you're interacting with her. You understand? And I'm going to explain that a little bit later. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you, some things that you may be doing to make a girl feel too comfortable, which in turn makes her sort of not want to fuck with you. And this is what I want to get to the second point, because at first I was saying that she has a fear that she's going to lose you, which is why she stays, and the uncomfortability makes her have that fear. But this is the interesting part. If she doesn't have a fear she will lose you, right? She will get too complacent and bored and then leave you. So I'm going to say it again. If she doesn't have that fear that she will lose you, she will get too complacent and bored and will leave you. So that means that when she doesn't have that fear, that means that she's too comfortable. You understand? She starts taking you for granted. See, that's the crazy part about it. Is that when she's uncomfortable, she has the fear she's going to lose you. And then she stays around because she wants to keep that going. But when she is comfortable, you understand, meaning, you know, everything is content and everything is cool. What happens is sometimes she gets too complacent, gets bored, and then ends up wanting to leave you because of that. This is the crazy part about this whole shit. You understand what I'm saying? So now, again, I know some of y'all are thinking, but damn, you know, if I meet a girl that I like and I want to keep fucking with her, I don't want her to leave me. Like, what do you mean, right? And so one of the bases of the woman, you know, taking you for granted, getting too comfortable and start, you know, being on some other shit, usually stems from a guy being too much of a nice guy. You understand? Being a little too accommodating. Right? And then so because of that, she gets extremely comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? And then therefore she takes you for granted, you know, treats you like shit and then just kind of bounces. And again, I'm sure there's probably, you know, some women who would probably hear this and be like, oh my goodness, what are you talking about? I would never do that. This is bullshit. But what happens is that they don't even realize that, you know, let's say they're in a relationship and they've been with this guy for a while. They don't realize that there are certain things that he's doing that make her feel uncomfortable in a situation. And when I say uncomfortable, it's, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything crazy. It's just more so where she's sort of on her toes. You understand? She sort of second guesses certain things in certain situations with the guy. You understand? She looks at her situation and she still feels like she has to sort of put in work to keep him interested. You understand what I'm saying? So she's not just chilling back, relaxing, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's more so where she, you know, she still has that energy where she feels like, you know, he could leave at any time. So I have to stay on my P's and Q's. You understand? And so what I want to do here is I want to talk about 3 things that you may be doing that's making your girl perceive her situation as a little too comfortable, which in turn will make her get complacent, take you for granted, and usually, you know, she'll end up leaving you or disrespecting you or playing you or whatever it is. Right? So this is, I'm gonna talk about these 3 things that you may be doing that's causing this to happen. Now, again, I don't want you to think about, oh, what can I do to make her uncomfortable? You're not supposed to do that. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be your authentic self. Your authenticity is going to make her feel a certain way, which causes that uncomfortability. It's almost like I did a video a while ago where I was talking about uncertainty and how uncertainty a lot of times can cause a woman to be more attracted to you. So for example, let's say you know, you go out on a date with a chick and you don't call her for a few days. Because you didn't call her for a few days, she's uncertain about if you like her or not, which makes her feel uncomfortable. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that when we say uncomfortable, it's not like, you know, it's necessarily a bad thing, but just understand that that is what it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about 3 things that you may be doing to make this girl feel too comfortable, which in turn will cause your relationship to go down the wrong road. And again, this is not to say that you're going to be manipulating this chick to get her uncomfortable. I'm saying that if you change these 3 things, right, what's going to happen is that you're going to become a guy who she thinks about more, who she sort of respects more, who she sort of has that fear of you leaving. Because the thing is, you basically want your girl to have some sort of, like you want her to sort of care to that extent and have a little bit of that fear that you may leave. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna leave your girl, or your girl thinks that you're gonna leave and she doesn't care, then that's not the chick you need to be with, really. You understand what I'm saying? Because she don't give a fuck. You understand? And if she don't give a fuck, she gonna take advantage of you, take you for granted, and it is what it is. So let's just jump right into this. So the first thing that you might be doing that is causing you to make this girl too comfortable is you're